Hello, nieces and nieces. How are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista, and over here, we do mainly things fragrance, whether it's body or home. And today, we want to talk fragrance, and it is time for me to share my weekly fragrance combinations that I wore starting the week of December 1st, you guys. So if you're interested in hearing about it, please stay tuned. All right, you guys. So this is day 8 Vlogmas, quote unquote Vlogmas, okay? Because you know in the past years how Vlogmas tend to go with Nista. So I am attempting to try to do it. And last week was pretty good. I did pretty good last week. And I'm excited about pushing and persevering through until the 25th. So we're going to see how it goes, you guys. So starting on Sunday, no, I mean December the 1st. I started off with just my regular cocoa shea oil, and I went in with the Pretty in Pink because I wanted something that had like a cherry note in it because my fragrance is cherry. This has vibrant cherries, pink camellia with whipped almond cream. You guys, this is a decent fragrance. I'm going to tell you what's kind of off-putting for me. I think it's that floral camellia note that's in here that's a little off-putting for me. Too much of this, I don't think I could tolerate. So that's why I only got it in this formulation. So I went in with this mist and the fragrance that I wore, and this right here is so good. It toned down that camellia floral note that it had in it, but this is cherry ambition. And this is loaded with cherry liqueur, saffron, and marshmallow. This is so good. I've said this before. If you're curious about the DNA of cherry smoke from Tom Ford, this is a great alternative for that. It gives you that deep, rich cherry quality that's different from Lost Cherry, and it gives you that smokiness to it. It is so good, you guys. So that was my fragrance combination for Sunday. And this is Cherry Ambition by the Seven Virtues. Very affordable fragrance. All right, moving on into Monday. Monday, I wanted to wear my Vanilla Romance, but I was not quite sure what fragrances I was going to pair with it. So I started off with my Vanilla Romance body cream and the Vanilla Romance fine fragrance mist, and I did use my cocoa shea oil as a sealer. I use that cocoa shea oil just about every day. If I'm not using a scented oil, the cocoa shea oil is in place. So I use this, the body cream and the fine fragrance mist. This has fragrance notes of fresh cardamom, vanilla absolute, and captivating woods. And I want to give a shout out again to Faces of Brittany because she was the first person that I heard say that this puts her in the mind of Altair by Parfums de Marly, and I agree with her. Smells really nice. So those were my body care items, and the fragrances that I wore are two more fragrances from my December fragrance tray. If you have not checked out that video, please click the card above. And I went in with the Libre Le Parfum. You know how I feel about this. The dent speaks for itself, and this is bottle number 2, you guys. So this is Libre Le Parfum. This is the one I think that has the vanilla trio in it with some honey. Oh, and lavender. It's so good, you guys. A very elegant, sophisticated fragrance. I think that is pleasing for any age group. I want to say at least 25 and older. Absolutely beautiful. So I wore that and I wanted to experience this a little bit more before I pull the trigger on Baby Cat because I have no way of sampling Baby Cat, and per some of the fellow content creators, even men on YouTube, this is about the closest thing to it. So I paired it with this Rifaaqat by Paris Corner, and this is a nice fragrance. It is really growing on me. That was Monday. Now, moving on into Tuesday. I'm really excited about this fragrance combination, you guys, because I smelled so good. All right, so it started in the shower where it always starts. But I went in with my regular, now I'm using Dr. Bronner's almond soap as like my everyday soap. So I went in with that, and then I went in with the hot cocoa swirl body scrub from Dove, and this is a part of the holiday treats line from Target. And then I went in with the body wash for it. Finally got something that my husband do not like, and I don't have to worry about him bothering it. So I went in with this, and the fragrance mist that I used is this warm cookie. You guys, I don't know the last time I've had a fragrance from Victoria's Secrets, but I saw that this has a moment here in the community this season, this fall winter season. And you guys, I got this at like the Black Friday sale, and I am not mad about it. I do remember their lotions being a little too runny, and I still hear people say that, so I didn't get the lotion for it. I said I'll just figure it out and pair it with something that I already have. But this right here, it is nice. I'm trying to see what fragrance. Okay, it has gingerbread, vanilla icing, and gumdrops. This is a nice fragrance. All right, so I went in with this. And the body cream that I used is this chocolate buttercream, and it does smell like buttery chocolate. This smells just like buttery chocolate. Someone gifted me this, but I did find it on Amazon. So you can check my Amazon store, linked in the comment section below. You can check the store, and this should be there. But I got this as my body moisturizer, and then I went over it again with the warm cookie, and the fragrances that I wore were just perfect for this combination, you guys. This right here alone got the job done. But I wanted to just add a little bit more depthness to it. I wanted to put some woodiness into it. And I decided to do it with this grown lady and man type of vanilla, and it is none other than Honey by Nishane. So I paired it with Le Gourmand by Josette, and this smells like a chocolate chip cookie in a bottle, and the Honey by Nishane. So those were my fragrances for Tuesday, and I smelled so good. That was the highlight of the week. Tuesday was the highlight of the week. The combination was top tier. Now, moving on into Wednesday. Wednesday, I started off with my Saltaire products. Of course, it always starts in the shower. And I went in with all of my other body care products, the deodorant, the oil, and the fine fragrance mist. So I used those body care items. And the two fragrances that I used, which was a little different, but it all worked out. I still smell absolutely beautiful. I went in with the Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. I am trying to use this because I got a newer fragrance that smells so similar to this, and my husband really enjoyed this fragrance. So I went in with the Casablanca and the Italica by Georgioff from the Casa Morati line. So absolutely nice fragrance. Now, moving on into Thursday, I started off with the bubblegum oil, and this is my DIY oil. Yeah, DIY. Check the video out. So I went in with this. Smells just like bubblegum. It is really nice, highly fragranted. And I also used the Vanilla Rock Candy Sugar inspired shea butter. Ooh, this smells just like it. I know at least 98%, 97, 98%. So good. So I got this from Fragrant Oils, and the way that I make my DIY oils, I also get those fragrances from Fragrant Oils. This is a black owned company out of Florida, and I've really been enjoying the products that I have been purchasing from them. So I use those two moisturizers, and then I went in with something that I just recently added to the collection that's new to the community, and this is Mason Mataha's Evasion Bun Bun. This is Grown Lady, Sexy, Powdery Candy. And I'm not talking about talcum powder. I'm talking about like residue from like some marshmallows or some confectionery sugar, that type of powder. So this smells really nice. I also did a first impressions on this. If you want to check out the video, click the card above. So that was my fragrance for Thursday. Now, moving on into Friday, I went in with this and it is now empty. This is my DIY Escapade Gourmand body oil, and I cannot wait to get my products in so that I can reformulate. Well, not reformulate it, but make me another bottle of it. So I went in with this oil, and I went in with the pistachio body butter, and then I went over the top again with this oil. A lot of times I will do a before the butter and after the butter. I really like it that way. It just gives me some extraness that I really enjoy. So those were my two body moisturizers. Then I went over it with this Sticky Dates by Lush, and this is good. It is just popcorn, caramel, toffee. It smells so good. I'm sure you've heard about it if you're a part of the community. It's one of the popular scents that's been out this fall and winter. So I went in with this body spray, which really can serve as a body fragrance because it is just that fragrant. Honestly, it is. If you layer your moisturizers properly, and maybe if you shower with something that's very sweet, sticky, and gourmand, and wear that, you can get away with wearing that. It will project. But the fragrance that I decided to add with it, which is a very great pair because it smells a lot like it, this is the Vanilla Toffee from the Shoggoth line with Swiss Arabian, and this was just recently released, and I think they released this during their 50th anniversary, I think it is. But this was a part of the Dubai Fragrance Week. This was one of the highlights from the Dubai Beauty Week, and really enjoyed it. So that was my fragrance combination for Friday. Now moving on into Saturday. I went in again with the Escapade Gourmand, now empty. So I started with this, then I went over it with this. I forgot how good this was. Shout out to Devin. She has been talking about this. And I'm like, let me check. I remember that, and I remember how much I liked it. So I'm glad that I have the lotion and I have a mist. So I went in with the body lotion. This is the Midnight Amber Glow. It has fragrance notes of smooth amber, caramel latte, and vanilla bourbon. This is good. Bath and Body Works needs to bring this back. And then I went over it again with my Escapade Gourmand, and I topped it off with the Fine Fragrance Mist. So good, so good, smells so good. And the fragrance that I wore with it is the Amore Cafe by Mancera. And this is a caramel, vanilla ice cream, coffee type of fragrance. So it is really nice. So that was my fragrance combination for yesterday, which was Saturday. So you guys, those are the fragrance combinations that I wore starting the week of December 1st. I want to thank you guys so very much. I greatly appreciate you. I hope you were able to get all the things that you were hoping or looking for during the Black Friday sale and even our recent Candle Day sale. So thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And do not forget, you, yes, you You are great. Bye-bye.